Hello, I wanted to talk briefly today about why I think menopause and postmenopause is nothing to do with estrogen deficiency. So I know this is what we're being taught at the moment all over social media and media on the TV, that menopause is a problem for us because our estrogen levels will drop and then we'll lose the protection that estrogen gives us for our heart and our brain and our bones and various other bits. I think there's more to it than this, because if I look around me, I see lots of elderly women who are well into their 70s, 80s, 90s and even hundreds, and they've never taken HRT and they are actually in good health. The hearts are good, the brains are good, and I'm sure you could say the same for the ladies that you know as well. So I think there has to be more to it than simply estrogen. If you look at menopause in the context of a woman's life in general, you will understand that it's actually just a second transition into the third phase of life. So all around the world, in all the different cultures, they understand that there are different phases that a woman's life goes through. But over here in this part of the world, in Europe, what they used to say was that a woman's life went in 3 phases. So first of all, there was the maiden phase, which is when we're a young girl. And then we go through our first transition, which is puberty, our bodies change, we start menstruating and we move into the mother phase. So this is where we have the potential to fall pregnant and have children if that's the way life turns out for us. Then we come to the end of that phase, which is probably a good thing because we've got quite a long lifespan these days. Most ladies wouldn't want to have a risk of falling pregnant when they're in their 70s and 80s. So menopause is actually a really good invention, and it moves us from our mother phase into our final phase, which is affectionately named the crone phase. And this is where we consolidate all our wisdom that we've gathered so far, and we become respected for our life experience and our wisdom. And back in the days when we lived in closer knit communities than we do now, we would have been very highly respected for that. So as we move out of the mother phase, we don't need such high levels of the most potent form of estrogen, which is estradiol, and that's the one that's specific for reproduction. So we're not actually estrogen deficient, it's simply that we don't need those same levels of estrogen anymore, and we are still making decent amounts of other less potent forms of estrogen. So we're still getting some protective effect if everything's gone according to plan. But some of that protective effect actually depends on how healthy our reproductive cycles have been from menstruation starting up to the present day. And if we're taking hormonal contraception, or if we've got gynae conditions which prevent us from having regular menstrual cycles, then that can potentially cause a problem. So what I'm trying to say is that menopause and life after menopause is not an estrogen deficiency, but what we do need to do is prepare for life after menopause way earlier on and make sure that we're having healthy, normal, natural cycles for as long as possible before that. If you are unable to do that for medical reasons and you're not getting any help anywhere else, please do get in touch. I'm Hannah from Physic Health Consulting. You can find me online on my website, which is at www.physichealth.uk, and there's lots of different information and options on there for you. And I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks. Bye.